Knowledge is the most important tool for mankind. More important than this can only be the application of this knowledge in practice. At the moment, when information comes from all the cracks, people think that they know a lot, that they are very smart. I'm telling this lie. In fact, most people don't know anything. Yes, they know what the Instagram blogger had for dinner, how much the neighbor's car costs, quotes from famous people. Unfortunately, this is all rubbish, useless information. You were deceived and made to think that it is very useful. I will tell you why this is done. Nathan Rothschild once said, "Who owns the information owns the world." The people who run the world are afraid of smart people. If they see a smart person, they invite him to work in the best companies for big money. They do not need smart people. They need an obedient, stupid herd. I tell you, stop. We must change this. I also want to upset people who watch popular lectures or read books. If you do not structure this knowledge and do not write it down, then 90% of the information will simply be forgotten. I will share with you how to really get deep knowledge. This is taught in elite closed institutions. I ask you not to show this video to anyone, because the person himself must come to this. So let it remain between us. Throughout my life, I studied, but almost always, everything that I studied was not structured, and it was forgotten. And then I decided to understand the process of obtaining knowledge in more detail. And after a long time, I learned how to do it. The most important thing is not the information, but the connections between this information. This is very important. I repeat once again, the main thing is not information, but the connections between this information. Let me give you an example. This is the Roman Emperor Nero. You can watch a lecture about him and write it down. 6 months later, you decided to delve into the philosophy of Stoicism, and there will be several key figures. These are Epictetus, Lucius Seneca. You decided to read the book of Seneca letters to Lucilius, and also wrote it down. So far, these two figures are not connected, and only when you connect them and find out that Seneca was Nero's mentor, only then will you have an understanding of these people. And so you need to expand further. In what century these people lived, what culture was, what conducted. Now there are many services that allow you to do this. I use Obsidian, but you can use whatever you feel comfortable with. You must connect disparate passages into a network of unified knowledge. Imagine you are writing down your ideas, lecture notes, thoughts from books, quotes from famous people, memorable moments from movies. The result is a deep chain of knowledge. At some point, this web of thoughts is supplemented by something key, and at that moment, an insight comes to you. The value of knowledge decreases over time, and when using relationships, the value increases over time. Now, you should not just read a book or watch a movie, but write down key thoughts and ideas in notes. If you thought that now, you need to copy all the important thoughts. Then again, you have gone astray. The secret is not to copy, but to explain in your own words what you have read. At first, you will have few notes, but over time, your network will begin to grow, and you will notice that you are becoming smarter, more confident. The main thing is not to stop. Develop discipline in yourself. We will talk about discipline separately, since this is one of the most important features of a worthy person. Take notes at least once a week. If there is no discipline, then it will not give the desired effect. Now at the party, you do not need to look for something on the internet. You will have the necessary knowledge. Everyone around will wonder and ask, how did you become so smart? And here, everything will depend on you, whether you are ready to tell the secret of your success or remain silent. If you do this often, then in 6 months, you will see a difference, I guarantee you. Absolutely. All the people to whom I told about this technique became many times smarter. There was one person who was considered hopeless. I say this is nonsense. There are no hopeless people. I told him how to accumulate connections between information, and after a while, everyone was shocked by his progress, and over time he began to overtake those people who gave up on him. My goal is to change people's lives for the better. And if at least one person changes, my goal will be fulfilled. Subscribe to the channel to receive valuable information in the future.